What if the secret to firmer, glowing skin after 60 wasn't on the beauty shelf, but in your pantry? Many women feel betrayed by their skin. Sagging, dryness, fine lines that deepen despite all the creams and serums. But here's what most skincare companies won't tell you. Collagen is built from the inside out. And in 2022, a European dermatology review confirmed that over 60% of visible skin aging is caused by nutritional deficiencies, not age. That's why today, we're revealing 4 ancient grains, backed by global science, that help your body restore collagen naturally. These aren't trendy superfoods. They're humble ingredients that have helped thousands of women regain glow, firmness, and softness in just weeks. Stay to the end, because the last grain is one you likely never eat, but it's clinically shown to improve skin hydration and elasticity in just 21 days. Let's rebuild your skin, one bite at a time. Grain number 1, quinoa. Quinoa isn't just a health food trend. For women over 60, this ancient grain could be one of the most overlooked keys to rebuilding the very scaffolding that keeps skin firm, smooth, and youthful. Unlike most grains, quinoa is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids. 2 of those, glycine and proline, are vital building blocks for collagen, the protein responsible for skin elasticity, firmness, and repair. But quinoa offers more than protein. It's also rich in silica, a trace mineral that plays a crucial role in maintaining connective tissue, including skin, joints, and even hair. Silica helps bind collagen fibers together, making them more resilient against aging and environmental damage. In 2019, a peer-reviewed study in Skin Pharmacology and Physiology, Germany, explored how silica-rich diets affect skin integrity. Women over 55 who consumed silica through whole foods, particularly grains like quinoa, showed significant improvements in skin hydration and elasticity after just 4 weeks. Their skin appeared less papery, and fine lines around the mouth and jawline diminished. That brings us to Linda. At 62, she had tried nearly every cream promising to lift her jawline and erase years from her face. I followed the skincare rituals, morning serums, night masks. But my skin still felt thin and tired, she recalls. Her dermatologist mentioned collagen, but focused on supplements. One day, at her local co-op, Linda overheard a nutritionist explaining how quinoa supports collagen production naturally. Curious and a little skeptical, she began integrating it into her diet. Her method was simple. Each morning, she prepared a warm bowl of cooked quinoa with almond milk, cinnamon, and crushed walnuts. Not only was it satisfying and protein-packed, but also helped stabilize her blood sugar and energy levels throughout the day. After just 2 weeks, she noticed her skin felt more anchored. Makeup applied more evenly. A month later, her sister commented that her jawline looked noticeably firmer. It turns out, quinoa's collagen-boosting benefits are not only real, but amplified when prepared properly. To maximize nutrient absorption, always rinse quinoa thoroughly before cooking to remove natural saponins, compounds that can hinder mineral uptake. Better yet, opt for sprouted quinoa when available. Sprouting enhances its mineral bioavailability, especially for magnesium and silica, which are essential for skin hydration and repair. Another tip, pair quinoa with a source of vitamin C, like berries or citrus. Vitamin C is required for collagen synthesis, helping the body convert amino acids into usable collagen structures. A quinoa berry breakfast bowl isn't just trendy, it's smart skincare. Of course, not all quinoa is created equal. Heavily processed or flavor versions often contain additives and sugars that counteract its health benefits. Choose organic, minimally processed quinoa for the best results. Store it in a cool, dry place to preserve its nutritional value. The takeaway? Your skin isn't starving for another cream. It's craving real building blocks, nutrients like those in quinoa that work from within. For older women looking to restore facial firmness and glow, this tiny grain offers mighty support. And as Linda discovered, the transformation doesn't require a beauty aisle overhaul, just a breakfast shift. So tomorrow morning, Before reaching for another topical serum, consider reaching into your pantry instead. Your skin might just thank you for it. Grain number 2, buckwheat. Have you ever run your fingers along your jawline and felt tiredness? Not just from lack of sleep, but a dull sagging that no serum seems to lift? That was exactly how Doris, a 58-year-old retired librarian from Wisconsin, felt every morning. She had shelves lined with skincare products, firming creams, collagen serums, wrinkle-reducing masks, but nothing made her face look more awake. It wasn't until she discovered a humble grain called buckwheat that she started seeing and feeling a visible change. Despite its name, buckwheat isn't actually wheat. It's a seed, and a powerful one. Unlike many grains that simply provide energy, buckwheat contains a rare flavonoid called rutin. This compound doesn't just act as an antioxidant. It actively preserves collagen structures within the skin and protects them from UV-related degradation, which is one of the leading causes of premature sagging and wrinkling. According to a 2018 study published in the International Journal of Cosmetic Science in the UK, rutin strengthens the extracellular matrix, the supportive scaffolding beneath the skin that keeps it taut and lifted. Women over 50 who consumed rutin-rich foods like buckwheat for just 21 days showed statistically significant improvements in skin firmness and bounce, without any changes to their topical routines. Doris had never even heard of buckwheat until a friend at her gardening club mentioned it. Skeptical at first, she decided to try adding a couple of tablespoons of roasted buckwheat groats, also known as kasha, to her lunchtime salad. By the end of the first week, she noticed her face wasn't holding creases after smiling. Her cheekbones, once soft and undefined, started looking sharper in photos. After 3 weeks, she received a comment that surprised her. "You look like you just came back from a spa retreat." That was the moment it clicked. It wasn't expensive skincare doing the work, it was her food. How to add buckwheat to your day. The best part about buckwheat is how versatile it is. Here are 3 easy ways to incorporate it into your routine. Warm buckwheat porridge. Cook whole groats with unsweetened almond milk, cinnamon, and berries for a hearty morning meal that supports collagen repair. Salad topper. Lightly toast buckwheat groats and sprinkle them over salads for a nutty crunch and added skin-boosting power. Smoothie boost. Blend a spoonful of buckwheat flour or cooked groats into your smoothie. It thickens the texture and adds a subtle, earthy flavor. For maximum impact, pair buckwheat with vitamin C-rich ingredients like kiwi, bell pepper, or lemon juice. This helps the body better absorb the rutin and use it to fortify collagen fibers. Not all buckwheat products are created equal. Avoid instant buckwheat cereals or processed buckwheat snacks with added sugars or artificial flavoring. These often contain preservatives that can counteract the anti-inflammatory benefits of the grain. Instead, look for organic, raw, or roasted groats, ideally sprouted for enhanced bioavailability. The fresher and less processed the grain, the more potent the rutin content. Buckwheat may be small, but it offers a mighty defense against time. For women over 50 who are tired of layering creams on the outside without results, this grain offers a gentle, nourishing solution that begins within. As Doris would say, "I stopped chasing glow from a bottle and started feeding it with a spoon." Are you ready to restore firmness one bite at a time? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to watch the next section to discover the 3rd grain that helps even out skin tone and revives tired complexions. Grain number 3, teff. By the time Mildred turned 66, she had accepted that the redness around her nose and the puffiness under her eyes were just signs of getting older. She tried every soothing cream and under-eye serum she could find, but the results were always the same, temporary. What she didn't expect was that the real change would come from something as small and ancient as teff, a tiny grain with powerful internal benefits. Teff is a traditional grain originating from Ethiopia, often used in flatbreads like injera. But its benefits go far beyond energy and cultural cuisine. Teff is rich in prebiotic fiber, specific types of carbohydrates that nourish the good bacteria in your gut. Why does this matter for skin? Because the gut and skin are deeply connected through what scientists now call the gut-skin axis. When the gut is inflamed or imbalanced, it often shows up on the skin as irritation, redness, puffiness, or even acne. In older adults, this can contribute to uneven tone, dryness, and accelerated visible aging. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, Spain, showed that diets rich in prebiotic fibers like those found in teff reduced systemic inflammation markers in participants over 60. These reductions were associated with noticeably improved skin clarity, less puffiness, and better hydration in just under 2 weeks. For Mildred, the shift came after a conversation with her naturopath, who suggested focusing not just on skin creams, but on gut support. She was skeptical at first. How could her gut possibly affect the bags under her eyes? But she was willing to try. She started adding 1 tablespoon of cooked teff into her evening yogurt bowl, blending it with almond milk, a few slices of banana, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. By day 5, the puffiness that used to settle under her eyes by late afternoon was noticeably less. By day 10, the chronic redness around her nostrils had softened so much that her daughter asked if she'd gotten a facial. Mildred hadn't. She had simply started feeding her gut and her glow at the same time. How to add teff to your routine. Teff is wonderfully versatile. Here are a few simple ways to work it into your day. Stir into yogurt. Blend a spoonful of cooked or ground teff into Greek yogurt with fruit for a soothing evening snack that supports gut and skin overnight. Add to soups. Teff thickens stews and soups naturally, making them creamy while adding fiber and minerals. Bake into muffins or pancakes. Mix teff flour into oat-based or gluten-free baked goods for a nutrient-dense twist. For amplified skin benefits, pair teff with resistant starches like cooled sweet potatoes, green bananas, or lentils. These foods pass through the small intestine undigested, reaching the colon to feed beneficial bacteria, creating a synergy with the prebiotics in teff. Together, they help reduce gut-derived inflammation that affects skin tone and elasticity. Choose whole teff or teff flour from organic sources when possible. Avoid blends or processed products that may dilute its prebiotic potency with fillers or additives. Your skin doesn't just need creams, it needs peace. And peace often begins in the gut. For Mildred, the key wasn't another external fix, but an internal rebalancing. She didn't just look better. She felt better, less bloated, more energetic, and more confident. If you've ever felt like your skin doesn't match how youthful you still feel inside, consider teff. It's not a miracle grain, but it might be the missing piece in your internal care puzzle. Grain number 4, millet. At age 70, Patricia had one goal that no cream seemed to deliver: bring back the natural glow her skin once had. It wasn't about looking younger, necessarily. It was about feeling more like herself again. For years, she struggled with dullness and a tight, papery texture that no moisturizer could fix. Her turning point? Swapping her morning cereal for a bowl of warm, spiced millet. Within weeks, her skin looked noticeably dewier, and, more importantly, it felt nourished from within. Millet, one of the oldest cultivated grains in human history, is making a modern comeback, and for good reason. This golden, gluten-free grain is rich in 2 essential skin-supporting nutrients: polyphenol and magnesium. Polyphenol are powerful antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress, which is one of the root causes of dull and inflamed skin. Meanwhile, magnesium plays a vital role in water retention at the cellular level. When combined, these 2 compounds work synergistically to lock moisture into the skin barrier while protecting collagen from environmental damage. According to a clinical study published in the European Journal of Nutrition, older adults who consumed magnesium-rich whole grains like millet showed significantly higher skin hydration levels and improved elasticity within 1 month. The researchers concluded that internal hydration plays a far more critical role in skin appearance than most topical products, especially in aging populations. Before discovering millet, Patricia's mornings looked like many others: quick bowls of sugary cereal, maybe a slice of toast, and coffee. It filled her stomach, but her energy lagged, and her skin didn't thank her. One afternoon, while browsing a community wellness newsletter, she came across a recipe for creamy coconut millet porridge. Curious and frustrated, she tried it the next morning. The porridge was warm, nutty, and satisfying. She added a dash of cinnamon, a spoonful of almond butter, and a drizzle of flaxseed oil. By day 3, she noticed a difference. Her skin no longer felt tight by noon. By week 2, there was a soft sheen to her cheeks she hadn't seen in years. Her hairdresser even asked what serum she was using. Patricia laughed and said millet. Her confidence began to rise, not because she was chasing youth, but because she felt nourished, rested, and vibrant again. This grain is delightfully flexible in the kitchen. Here are a few easy ways to incorporate millet into your life. Hot breakfast bowl. Cook millet with coconut milk or almond milk, cinnamon, and a touch of honey. Top with berries and flaxseed for a warm, hydrating start. Cold salads. Use cooked and cooled millet as a base for veggie-packed grain salads with cucumbers, avocado, olive oil, and lemon. Cracker replacement. Mix millet with ground seeds, herbs, and a little oil to bake your own gluten-free crackers. Perfect for an anti-aging afternoon snack. To enhance millet skin benefits, pair it with healthy fats like flaxseed oil, avocado, chia seeds, or a handful of walnuts. Why? These fats help the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A and E, which are crucial for collagen production and skin renewal. They also support the skin's lipid barrier, reducing water loss and improving texture. When shopping, look for whole millet, preferably organic. Avoid puffed or instant versions that may be stripped of key nutrients and often contain additives or sweeteners that can counteract the grain's benefits. Patricia's story isn't just about millet. It's about the power of returning to simple, whole foods that support your body's natural healing rhythm. For women navigating their 50s, 60s, and beyond, the secret to supple skin may not lie in expensive serums, but in nutrient-dense grains that hydrate from the inside out. If you've ever looked in a mirror and felt your skin was missing that glow, even though you're doing all the right things, maybe it's time to change what's on your plate, not just what's on your shelf. In our final section, we'll bring all 4 grains together into one simple, flexible weekly plan that helps you reclaim hydration, resilience, and radiance. Let's finish strong.